Part 6. When our filler was shown to the rest of our class, we received some very good positive feedback and also some negative feedback. But the majority was very positive, as people said it was very good, so this was pleasing to know that our main target audience enjoyed watching our filler. We tried to appeal to our main target audience by setting our filler in a school. We did this through the use of mise-en-scène. For example, in the beginning of our thriller, we had the protagonist outside the school gates, which are located in many schools. This was a very good choice, as our main target audience, which is 15 to 18-year-olds, are likely to be in education in school and college. So this way, the audience can relate directly to our thriller as they are in a similar environment. Another way we tried to relate directly to our target audience was by casting a girl who is aged similar to our main target audience. So this way it created verisimilitude, and it also again allowed the target audience to relate directly to our thriller, as they could identify with the same age college girl. The narrative of a college girl getting abducted on her way home itself was a way of the audience relating to our thriller. They can relate to this because of recent events which have been publicized in the news. For example, there have been college girls getting abducted, so we decided to exploit this and use this as a basis for our narrative. So again, this is a way that our target audience can relate to our thriller. In our thriller, the initial idea was to film the thriller in an entirely point of view of the attacker. We first thought of using this because it would be interesting to see it entirely through the attacker's point of view, as this would be an ideal way of creating tension and mystery by using restricted narrative. Also, it would be unique, as not many other thrillers have used this technique. In the end, we decided not to use this, as a constant use of point of view would not be ideal to use throughout, as it got very tedious to watch for a long time. So we decided to include a few shots of the attacker in point of view, but also included a variety of other shots. From the audience feedback, the use of varying the shots seemed to have worked very well, as one of the audience members said that the range of camera shots was a good technical strength for our thriller. On the other hand, one member of the audience said that the point of view shots worked well because it gave the view of the killer. So we think that including both point of view shots and other shots worked well in the end. Another strength in our thriller was that we created a long build-up, right up until at the end, where we ended the scene with the girl turning around and a sudden bang noise occurs and the missing title comes on. One audience member said that she liked how the walking was used to create tension and create a build-up, where right at the end she turned around and the sudden bang. She said this was very effective as it made a jump at the end. This was good to know, as we deliberately chose to include the sudden bang noise at the end to make the audience jump. On the other hand, we received negative feedback on the walking, as some people said it dragged on. I do not entirely agree with this view, as I thought that the walking worked well to build up tension, and also many people said that the walking kept the audience interested to build tension right up till the end. This is exactly what we wanted to do, because we wanted to keep the audience interested enough till the end, although I do see how the walking could be long to watch, so if I could improve, I would cut down the walking part and include some other parts. From the audience feedback, we learned that the cuts in our thriller were too jumpy, so this was a criticism. Again, I do not entirely agree with this view, because the use of jump cuts was to represent the disturbed mind of the attacker, but I can see how the jumpiness of the cuts may not have worked that well, so next time I will try to make the cuts less visible and jumpy. Overall, I was pleased with the majority of positive feedback which was given back to us, although I feel there are some areas such as the cuts and long walking which could be improved.